Welcome, folks. I'm Jabby Kawai, joined by Chara Kirk.
What's up?
We're looking at the new Andor teaser trailer from Disney+. Thanks so much for joining us. Please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and pretty please vote this up to let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. Let's jump into this. Here we go.
Okay. That's cool.
Sounds like Dune.
I know, I was gonna say, like that low rumbling. I love.
Go! They're so proud of themselves, so fat and satisfied.
Wow.
They're everywhere. They're watching me now. Soon enough, these days will end. There will be no rules going forward. Standing up. That's what a reckoning sounds like.
Wow.
Obi Wan hasn't even come out yet, and they're like, hey, here's the next thing. Here's the next thing. It's looking dope. You know, admittedly, I know some of you are going to give me heat for this in the comments. I didn't really love Rogue One. Both of the Disney spin-off films, Solo, I was just like, that's all right. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. It was just like, it exists. However, I did like that character from Rogue One. I thought he was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And so to see him in his own adventure story, this this mini-series, I think is actually a really good idea.
I didn't really know anything about this. I'm just like, oh, cool. It's about rebellion. Cool. Mm-hmm. I can get on board with that. But the thing that is just really making me excited is just how they've cut the trailer together with the music. Mm-hmm. The music was incredible. Like it really pushes the story forward. It's getting you right in the feels. I love how they incorporated the percussion with the people actually hitting things, and it was just like done so well, and it just builds up to a crescendo, and then you're just like, yes, rebellion. Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
Are you a fan of Diego Luna?
I am a fan of Diego Luna.
Where have you seen him?
I forget, was...
Mozart in the Jungle or something like that?
Yeah. Oh, no, is that him? No, that's...
Okay, well, whatever. Let's just stop that. Okay, so as I said, I liked Diego Luna's character from Rogue One, and I think that looking at the Disney Plus series that have come out so far, outside of it being 6 episodes, I think that, because I feel like they should be longer, I like the idea of having more time to tell these stories. You know, when Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness came out, I think I heard a few people commenting about how, you know, with the Disney Plus series and us being spoiled with these longer stories, it made Doctor Strange, what was already truncated from 3 hours to 2 hours, feel even more truncated because we're used to these things being at least 6 hours.
Right.
I like the idea of really expanding on these stories, and I think that's what Rogue One really should have been. I mean, I understand the temptation, the impulse to go and make a movie, you know, to get people out into theaters and whatever, but now that we've got Disney Plus and whatnot, and we're seeing the excitement behind Obi Wan and what have you, and just Disney Plus series in general, I think that this is a very smart move. It makes me wish that Rogue One was a series instead, or that we could just like redo, you know, hit the reset button on that one and just do it better. Because I think one of the things I felt, it's been years since I've seen it. I only saw it the one time. I think one of the things I felt was I didn't have time to really connect with all the characters as much as I wanted to. Mm-hmm. And that's what these shows afford you. I mean, they're trying to jam so much into these films now. There's like, it's especially with like Marvel stuff where it's this continuing saga. Star Wars is a saga. It's like you have a whole set of new characters. I mean, there's a lot that it's borrowing a lot of feelings from the already existing lore, right?
Yeah.
Which is fine, but it's all new characters, and it's a lot of them. For that kind of thing, it's just better if it's a show. It just is. And, you know, Disney has shown that it's proven that a lot of people have a strong interest in these miniseries.
Well, yeah, and Disney has done a really great job with just creating amazing content on their streaming platform.
Yeah.
You know, like at the time when Disney Plus came out, I think a lot of us were feeling like, do we really need another streaming platform?
Right.
Like, really, another one? And then they've consistently shown that they are doing really good quality series that in itself kind of feel like just epic movies.
Right.
You know?
With Stellan Skarsgård in here, we can never have our Star Wars Marvel crossover because that wouldn't make any sense.
Oh, that's right.
It would be it would just like, he can't be in both universes, can he?
That's
Or I guess it's like, if it's the multiverse of whatever, you know, then I suppose it's fine.
Yeah, I do like the look of the cast, and they've got some really, really talented actors and actresses involved in this.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
At least in what I've seen so far here. And I agree with you. The music was strong. I mean, syncing up the music with the movement of the people on camera, on this, you know, in the scene, banging stuff, and that going with the orchestration and whatever.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. And the sounds that they borrowed it feels like Dune in terms
Yeah.
of the and all that stuff. I mean, and I know that doesn't come from Dune, but because Dune just did it, it feels like Dune. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It makes you think of it, but like it's such an interesting sound because it's like so guttural and it just like vibrates through your entire body. It's
Yeah.
a vibration coming from like the lowest part that you can even reach. Like it's so hard to hit that note.
It makes me wonder if they were doing that on purpose, like the making you think of that, because that has a certain vibe to it. It's also sci-fi.
I think of deserts.
Yeah, well, it's about a fight.
Yeah.
You know? It's about this gargantuan force that these rebels are fighting against. That's ultimately what Dune is about, right?
Yeah, sure.
And so, I mean, you've read more of it than I have, and I've watched the movie. That's the sense I got, and that's obviously the story being told here. That's what the Star Wars saga has been about mostly, is like fighting against, being the rebellion. I think that the idea of Rogue One is really cool, of like, who are the people that, you know, got the Death Star plans? The idea of like, who's on the ground doing all this shit, you know? Because we're paying attention to the high level people all the time, and Rogue One is an opportunity to look at the lower level people, and to have a show about those individuals, I think is great.
Yeah.
You know, and the thing about it is, this could go on for an unspecified amount of time. You know, there's so much story that's been told between these movies, and so this could conceivably go on for several seasons.
Yeah, and I think the cool thing about Star Wars is that it feels like there's so much story to tell.
Yeah.
Like potential story as well.
I mean, look at Better Call Saul. You know, they're like 6 seasons in after Breaking Bad, which only had like 4 or 5 seasons.
Yeah.
So it was 5 seasons. You have a great cast of actors here, and an easy story to get behind.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Star Wars. I mean, I know that, you know, Star Wars love is not exactly what it used to be, but I'm still a Star Wars fan, even a pedestrian one. So this is cool to me. I'm excited. You know,
Yeah.
I like the overall vibe that they're selling me. You guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed some of that. Do subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell icon, please, all notifications, and vote this up. I'm Jabby Koué. This is
Achara Cook.
Peace out.